Ladies and gentlemen, it's pizza time.
Pizza time.
Well, not really. Well, not yet, at least. I can explain. What's going on, you guys? James here with some real breaking news. This is a huge headline, you guys. Sony Pictures and Netflix have just signed an exclusive multi-year deal where next year's films in 2022 are going to be seen exclusively on Netflix after their theatrical run. We're going to break down all the details from The Hollywood Reporter and what that could mean for the Sony shared universe with Marvel and future films on the platform. But guys, before we get into it, if it's your first time here at the channel, welcome to Real James, where we break down movie news like this all the time, so you don't want to miss out. Go ahead and hit the big red button below, subscribe to the channel, tap on that bell, smash that like button if you like these updates, and get loud below and let me know, guys, do you think this deal is going to be good? Does it spell trouble for theaters? And are you willing to pay more for Netflix? Because you definitely are. Alrighty guys, let's get into it. The Hollywood Reporter's Mia Gallupo reported that Sony has inked a multi-year exclusive first pay window licensing deal in the US that will allow Netflix's first pay window rights to Sony Pictures titles following their theatrical and home entertainment windows. If you don't know what a first pay window is, it's basically all the activity after a movie makes its rounds in theaters, and typical pay one window is 18 months according to the article, but I'm gonna go ahead and safely assume that that window shrinks, especially in the current climate that we're in when viewing things at home, PVOD, streaming rights. It's all going to basically shrink a little bit as we get closer to the end of the pandemic, because Lord, we know that we can't all go to theaters safely, so they're gonna have to, appease those viewers, which there's no issue with, of course. But let's continue with the article. The deal begins with Sony films in 2022, and they list that Morbius is among the bunch with Jared Leto, Uncharted, the movie with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg, Bullet Train, David Leitch's next action film with an all-star cast, and the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse sequel. And of course, you didn't hear me say Spider-Man Far From Home or Venom Let There Be Carnage, and that's because both of those titles are not falling under the umbrella of this deal. They're going to be given their theatrical run and then probably go on PVOD, but they won't be going to Netflix after that first pay window. However, the article does state future installments from Spider-Man and Venom franchises are going to be put on the streaming platform. That's huge for Netflix, and that's huge for viewers. And another little interesting note here is that Netflix is going to be able to be the home for some films in Sony's library. So that means Netflix is going to be able to select certain different Sony Pictures films, and I'm guessing they're going to bring some classics. I'm thinking Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, finger guns for everyone, but it's going to be pretty fun to see which titles make their way onto Netflix. And honestly, it's just going to mean Netflix is going to have a beefier library. We already know their originals are firing on all cylinders, but when it comes to external rights, like HBO Max and Warner Brothers, Disney Plus with their Premier Access, what does Netflix have? Well, this is their answer. Now, what does this mean for the rest of the industry and for us, the viewer? Now, when you pull the curtain back and you start to take a look at everything that's changed during this pandemic, we've seen things go into theaters and on streaming platforms day and date like HBO Max and Warner Brothers, but then we've seen stuff be put behind a paywall like Premier Access on Disney Plus. This is just adding to that accelerated timeline of windows shrinking when it comes to theaters getting the exclusive rights for films, and then they go to PVOD or streaming platforms. And it's almost funny to see that Sony Pictures was kind of left on the outskirts of this, and I was wondering what would happen with their films, if they would even cave into that, or if they would just stick to the theatrical experience. And it seems like now they're dipping their feet into both waters. And if you're a current subscriber to Netflix, you've probably noticed that the prices have been rising over the last 2 years gradually, and I'm guessing that doesn't change with this deal. If anything, I'd imagine by the end of 2021 we're going to get another price increase just to make way for 2022 and all the content we're getting with this deal and beyond. And as a Marvel fan myself, guys, I'm starting to look into this a little bit deeper and seeing what the future of Sony Pictures holds, and that could mean a shared Marvel universe on Netflix as well. I'm thinking Sinister Six and everything associated with that extended universe that Sony's been rumored to be in development with, and I'm sure that they're going to now use this to their advantage. Heck, they might even just drop it on Netflix first. Who knows? That deal could change, but as of now, it's going to get its first pay window in theaters, and then it's going to go straight to Netflix. I don't envision Disney and Marvel Studios allowing Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home to actually go to Netflix. However, they're going to have to answer those questions pretty quickly, because I have been waiting. Are they going to go to Disney Plus? Probably not. So what's the alternative? Just pay for it? Eventually, they're going to have to make a deal with Sony, or maybe Sony just says, hey, we'll pay you more money. We just want to put it on Netflix. I'm curious to see how that plays out. But for right now, this multi-year deal with Sony Pictures and Netflix is going to be huge for future titles. Oh, and I guess that includes future Jumanji movies as well. Not saying they're bad, it's just, do we need more? Anyway, guys, this deal is so exciting, but it's also going to make a huge difference in the theater industry and the streaming industry. So guys, let me know what you think of this news. Get loud in the comments down below and tell me, do you like the news? Do you hate it? Are you indifferent? It doesn't matter. Let's have a conversation. And go ahead and hit the big red button below for some more news updates just like this, reviews and reactions. Guys, we got so much to talk about, and I got a lot of fun content on the way. Alrighty, y'all. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you at the next screening. But it is pizza time. I'm getting my pizza.